Okay, Brownie, do your work.
These are some of our weaner bulls out of the stud. And we've had all the culls taken out of them, which is about 15%, and the rest of them are getting divided up between the commercial herds. We've got approximately 40 of these we'll have as paddock bulls at our sale, and they'll complement the 40 that are already on 60 days of feed for the sale. And the rest of these, some will go to Humbert River Station, and some will go to Dungowan, and some will go to Bunda, and some will remain here in the commercial herd at Newcastle Waters.
What sort of things would you be looking for in, deciding what you're going to send where?
Okay, it doesn't really, all the bulls, they just get divided up pretty evenly. The only thing that would determine it is colour. We're probably looking at sending the red bulls to Dungowan, and the greys just get divided up. They've already been classed on type, so they're all, if they're not culled, they're just a similar type, and they just go to any of the places, just get divided evenly depending on their requirements.
So tell us a bit about the characteristics of that bull we had over there before, which is Alava something or other.
Rex.
Alava Rex, he's a pretty well-grown bull. He's a big, free-moving type animal which we need in this country. He's got good legs and good strong bone structure, but also as well as that he's a very well muscled bull. He's got a good temperament. He's got shows good Brahman characteristics. Has good sirey outlook, and I think that he can be a fair bit of benefit to our herd. It's the type of bull we're aiming to breed.
Brownie, I noticed that you use fixed-wing aircraft here to help with mustering as opposed to choppers. Why is that, and is there any advantages over chopper in this country, or just tell us a little bit about?
The biggest advantage and the main advantage is it's so much cheaper to run per hour than a chopper. The maintenance costs are a lot lower, the running costs are a lot cheaper. Also, we find that most of the cattle are trapped in here, and an aeroplane is sufficient enough to push any others in that don't manage to trap in, especially earlier in the year when there's still surface water about. It can do just as efficiently effectively as a chopper, without the costs, and the cattle don't seem to be affected by it too much at all. More importantly, it's the cattle that are being mustered don't tend to get stirred up by a chopper if they've got a good chopper pilot, but the cattle in the neighbouring paddocks that aren't being mustered, they get started up by the chopper when they're mustering the next door paddock, and that teaches them bad habits where the aeroplane doesn't seem to have that effect. Also use a aeroplane is pretty handy to be able to get around. We've got quite a number of bores spread over a large area, and they need to be checked regularly. It's a big time saver to be able to check them from the air as opposed to going around the ground. You still have to go around on the ground to do all the servicing and fueling of the motors, but to be able to check from the air that everything's okay is a big saving. And also when we've got a fair bit of gap between the stock camps, it's also very handy to be able to get between them in a short amount of time.
Right.
Coffee's wrecking it?
No, it's all right. Tell us a little bit about the trap system.
Okay, most of the water here for the stock all comes from bores, so all the cattle have to drink at the troughs pretty much from June onwards anyway until the wet season, which is enables us to be able to trap them. They have to come in to drink at least well, they normally come in every day, but at least every second day they would come in for water. So around every trough we have a yard built, and coming into this yard is a one-way spear funnel type setup, which enables the cattle to go in but not allowed to go back out once it's been shut off. We actually have it a two-way setup to train them. They go in and out for a couple of months before we want to trap them, and then just before we're ready to muster them, we just shut the outgoing spear off, and then all the cattle go in for a drink, and then when they're trapped in there for when we want to muster them.
What do you think of coffee?
Just ask Brownie. Yeah. Joe said it. Yeah, I'll get it. If you could do the tree stand in the first night, I think that's has to take all the dishes out? No. But what is Granny said the challenge that watch the head has to come off and stand down the middle, which is what. So we've got Anna and Lily Brown. Tell us about Lily Brown, Anna. Tell us the difference in life since you've had a baby.
Oh, it's very different. Well, before I used to be able to go riding and do lots of lovely things, and now you get stuck in the house all day. So it's very different, but it's still very nice. Something to look after.
And I suppose since Brownie's the manager, he doesn't actually have as much time as you'd like.
No, we don't see him as much as we used to. But that's just the thing you have to put up with. That's just our lifestyle now, I guess.
And he's good with her when he
He's
comes
great.
home.
He rolls around the floor at night and goos and guards there. It's completely different. You would never expect him to be like that.
Is she a good baby?
Yeah, she's great. She sleeps right through the night, from 8 till 8. Unfortunately, she doesn't sleep much during the day. But she's good. She just rolls around on the floor. Loves people and animals. She's good.
And so you don't have much spare time now either?
No, not anymore. It's very hard. So when you want to go and do things now, you have to realise that you've got to be looking at something else to look after. Not just Brownie and I anymore. Another one to the family.
But you've also been busy with the Brahmin Association.
Yes, doing the Brahmin dinner tickets and the sponsorship this year. So that's made it even harder.
So probably an outside interest gives it something to get you your mind off 24 hours baby.
Yes, it is. It's a great thing. I don't mind doing it. It does keep you going and keeps you busy.
And Granny's coming up to give her a flogging because she says she'd be spoilt rotten.
Yeah, she is. She's coming up here in a couple of weeks. She hasn't seen us since she was a month old, so I'm sure she'll notice the difference.
Oh, she's going to cry. Give me the smiley. Come on. Give me the smile. Mrs. Smile, come on. You little bald badger.
Yeah, you hate that one. She smiles every other time.
Oh, come on. We might get a smile and get smoker.
Hey, Lily. You might get her a smoker.